Okay, so I'm Nicholas Snell, and this is my oral annotation for this article. Can early introduction of egg prevent egg allergy in infants? And it's a population-based study. So, here in the abstract, we have the argument introduction of cooked egg at 4 to 6 months of age might protect against egg allergy. That's what they're going to be arguing throughout this whole article. So moving on to methods, of course, under the methods section. In brief, 11 to 15-month-old infants were recruited as they attended 131 council-run immunization sessions across Melbourne, Australia, between June 2008 and January 2010. So that's the setting for this study, Melbourne, Australia, between 2008 and 2010. And also for the methods, during the compulsory 15 to 20 minute wait period after immunization, a study nurse administered an SPT, which is an abbreviation for a skin prick test, using single-tine lancets to 4 foods, including egg white. Before the SPT responses were read, parents completed a detailed interviewer-administered questionnaire that investigated the age at which egg and egg-containing products were introduced to the infant's diet. So basically, for the methods, they took these 11 to 15-year-old month infants and gave them a skin prick test that had egg white to see if they were going to react to it with an allergy, and they had the parents complete a questionnaire about when they were introduced to eggs to try to find a connection between egg introduction timing and an allergy. So for evidence, here it's under the results section. Infants introduced to egg at 4 to 6 months had a lower risk of egg allergy than those introduced to egg after that time, particularly those introduced to egg at 10 to 12 months of age and after 12 months of age, even after adjusting for family history of allergy and infant allergy symptoms. And the lowest risk of egg allergy was found among infants whose first exposure to egg occurred 4 to 6 months of age in the form of cooked egg compared to those introduced later. So pretty self-explanatory. When they were younger and introduced to egg at 4 to 6 months, they were less likely to have a egg allergy than these other ones were. For findings, pretty much the same as the evidence. Introducing cooked egg into the infant's diet at 4 to 6 months of age was associated with a substantially lower risk of egg allergy than later introduction, even after controlling for family history of allergy and infant allergy symptoms. So our findings are consistent with those of Nwaru et al., who recently observed that infants introduced to egg later in life were more likely to be sensitized to egg at age 5 years. And I thought this was interesting because I actually used this same study in one of my other articles to use it related to my research question. So moving on to implications, they go so far as to suggest that previous expert recommendations, such as delay egg introduction until 2 years, might in fact have contributed to the epidemic of the apparent increase in food allergy over the last 20 years. Our data strongly suggests that introducing cooked egg at 4 to 6 months of age might protect against egg allergy, and that delaying introduction to 10 to 12 months of age might in fact exacerbate it. And this is interesting because I've actually talked about this in my previous annotations for my other articles, but the past expert recommendations said to introduce food, in this case eggs, later in life because they thought that would help to prevent an allergy to that food, but due to these recent findings from this study and others, they are seeing that that is untrue, and that might even, like they say here, contribute to the epidemic of the increase in food allergy. And that's how I'm going to use this in my, as related to my research question, because it's pretty straightforward. It suggests uh, the earlier introduction of egg helps protect against egg allergy, and that's based on what my research question is of how natural nutritional intervention and diet can affect a person's food allergies. So yeah, that's my oral annotation for this article. Can early introduction of egg prevent egg allergy in proteins? A population-based study. Thank you.